Chapter 7.5, Day 3. Now we're looking at solving a real-life problem. So we're going to find the inverse of this equation. Now before we get to finding the inverse, first what we want to do is to substitute 90 for c in order to solve. So this question says, the function c equals 50m plus 1,000 over m. It represents the average cost, c in dollars, of making m models using a 3D printer. We want to find how many models must be printed for the average cost per model to fall to $90 by solving the equation first, and then by b, we're going to use the inverse of the function. So let's go ahead and plug in 90 for c first. So this becomes 90 equals 50m plus 1,000 over m. So we're trying to solve for m. So what we want to do is we want to clear the fraction. So what we can do is go ahead and multiply both sides by m. So now we have 90m equals 50m plus 1,000. Now to solve for m, we just subtract 50 from both sides, 50m from both sides. So now we're looking at 40m equals 1,000. Divide both sides by 40 so we can solve for m. So m equals, cancel out the 4. 4 goes in 100, 25 times. So the answer is 25 models must be made for the cost to fall to $90. Now that's one way of solving the problem. Now really what we want to do is to practice finding the inverse of the function. So in this case, we're going to solve the equation for m. So we're not going to switch the roles. We want to keep the variables the same, but we're just going to solve for m. So let's write that. C equals 50m plus 1,000 over m. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to split the fraction. Notice I have m here and m here. If I multiply by m from both sides, it just makes it a little messier. So in this case, what we do is we split the fraction. So this is what it looks like. C is 50m over the m plus 1,000 over m. So the reason why we do that is now notice I can cancel out this m here. So the second part will be to cancel to have a single m, because that's what we want to solve for. So in this case, it's a single m. So look what we're left with. C equals 50 plus 1,000 over m. So our goal is to solve for m, so let's subtract 50 from both sides. So c minus 50 equals 1,000 over m. So now we want to clear the fraction. We don't want m in the denominator, so let's multiply both sides by m. So now we have m times c minus 50 equals 1,000. Now again, our goal is to solve for m, so what we're going to do is divide by c minus 50 on both sides. So now our final equation is m equals 1,000 over c minus 50. So that is the inverse of that function without having to change the roles or anything. Now you want to do that is because say you want to just keep on continuously plugging in values of c, this is a lot easier to plug in. You plug in c and then you can just divide very quickly. So it's just kind of a different way to rewrite the problem. So now that we found the inverse, let's plug in c into this new equation that we wrote here. So we're plugging c here, and we should get the same answer. So m equals 1,000 over 90 minus 50. And so this is 1,000 over 40. And so notice we get the same exact answer. M equals 25. So just a practical application into solving for an inverse. Now, here's another example that I want you to try out. See if you can find the inverse. So number 10 here on this example. So your assignment to finish this worksheet, if you want to do the practice to get full credit on that, you can also do 38, 40, and number 10. So just 3 practice problems for this assignment.